Hi guys, Trainer Tracy here. Today we're going to talk about loose leash walking. Now, loose leash walking is just that, walking along with your dog with a loose leash where they're kind of at your side, not pulling you out in front. Now, this is the perfect time to work on our loose leash walking because we want to start without any distractions. Why do dogs pull on the leash? Because they want to get to all the cool things out there that they find rewarding or reinforcing. Things like other dogs, people, squirrels, skateboarders, bicyclists, you name it. You have to compete against all that cool stuff. So what we're going to start by doing is creating value for being on either side of us. Now, it is very important to teach the dog to be on either side because there might be a time when you're walking down the street and another dog is approaching. If your dog is on your left, you might want him to move to your right, just like that. Good job. So what we're going to do is start in a quiet place like your basement, your kitchen, anywhere in the house. Get a whole bunch of really good cookies that your dog loves. Get a nice flat buckle collar and our leash. And all I'm going to do is reward the dog, yes, for being on either side of me. And we can switch it. Yes, good job. And reward them for being at our side. Now, if your dog wants to swing around in front of you like Bolt is doing here, you can actually go up against a wall or a barrier so that it keeps them from swinging around in front of us. Now, all I'm doing is creating value for being at my side. Now, once they're at your side and doing well with this, we can try taking, yes, a step forward. And now maybe 2 steps forward. Yes, good job. Okay. Always giving them a release cue as well. I say, okay, that means you can go do dog things. You don't have to pay attention to me anymore. Now, this is something that is a process. Loose leash walking is not going to happen overnight. So it's the perfect time. Like I said, we're all stuck inside. We can't get out and about. So we can work on this 2-3 times a day. You can feed your dog their entire meals on your side and in heel position. Now, by no means is any of this training a formal heel for obedience. If you were going to trial for obedience, you would want to train this maybe in a different manner. But these are just some tips that can help you out. Now, another little tip, if your dog is pulling on the leash, trying to get to what they want, here are 2 little tips that you can do to kind of help alleviate that. So if my dog is pulling on the leash, wanting to go that way, and I'll see if I can set this up. Go find it. All I'm going to do is turn and walk the other way. Now, in the beginning, when you do this technique, you're going to end up with a walk that's very zigzaggy. You're constantly changing directions. But if that dog starts to pull, turn and walk the other way. What you're going to do is create a dog that's always looking to you for direction. Now, this lady keeps changing direction. I'm going to have to pay attention to her because I don't know which way we're going to head. Another little tip, if your dog does start pulling, just stop. There's such a thing as oppositional reflex. And what that is you notice if you push your dog back, if you're trying to push him back when he's trying to get out the door, what does he do? He pushes against you. It's when the dog opposes whatever action that we are creating. So if a dog's pulling on the leash and I try to pull back harder, they're going to pull even harder. So if my dog starts pulling, I'm simply going to stop and wait. And if that dog stops and turns and glances back and yes, good boy, and reward him with a treat. Pretty soon, the dog's going to start looking more to me for direction instead of looking at all the cool stuff out there. So guys, practice your loose leash walking at your house inside, then slowly move out to more crowded places. Once again, this is the perfect time to do that because there aren't very many crowded places. Well guys, remember, stay safe and have a great day.